Hello guys, my name is Hardik and today in this video I would like to share about real story of my life, how I became one of the best version of myself and I'm still trying to do better things. So the first thing I learned about life was self-discipline is one of the greatest form of self-love. It took me a lot of time to realize because I was always into some bad habits that were never aligned to my real goals. So one day I sat down with myself and I talked to myself that what am I doing with my life? I questioned myself brutally and honestly. I have been honest to myself. I've never lied to myself. If I'm lacking some skills, I do not have the capabilities to do something, I always ask myself, how can I get better? I always accept my mistakes. I always promise myself that I am going to try hard and smart to become better. Here are 5 key lessons that I learned from my practical experience that will change your life completely. Take a 6 months of time period and rely on these 5 things that I've learned that has completely changed my life forever. The first thing is you need to control your thoughts. That is one of the most important factor and it is the first rule to become successful. You know why? Because most of the people don't realize your thoughts are going to become your actions and your actions are going to become your behaviors and your behaviors are going to then turn down into your daily habits and you will become the person that what you do every single day. Most people don't realize that what you do every single day it becomes your new identity. Lesson number 2 that I learned was stop blaming past. There is nothing important in past. You need to move on from the toxic people. You need to move on from the toxic environment. You need to find people that align to your goals. What I did was I found better people to work with. I found better people to associate with. Means like I never spend my time with people who are not focused in the life. I always like observed everything very precisely that if some individual is really focused in the life and he's able to do something on his own, I looked at them and I got inspired by them. I never see anybody with hateful eyes because I don't want to disrespect anyone because I am not capable of it. I always respect the person's effort and the time they are putting in to become a better person. That's why I always look up to my mentors and always get inspired because they are much better than I am and I have something to learn from them. In order to learn from them, I need to pay them respect by working in the direction and following their instructions and listening to them. Lesson number 3 that I learned was that you need to have a journal for yourself. Everything starts by writing. Once you start writing, you get 50% of the clarity of exactly what you want from your life. I did every single morning what I want to do, and I did that every day because I had to put myself accountable. Because when you don't have anyone to support you or anyone that you can rely on, you need to first master yourself if you want to conquer the world. That's how it goes. First learn all your insecurities and your advantages, and then try to go into the world and seek what you want. Lesson number 4 is you need to control your diet. Diet is one of the most important things, just like thoughts. You manifest your thoughts, you control your thoughts. The same way, you can always choose the right food. The food that is so high in protein, vitamins, and minerals. It's important for your body and mind. You need to be able to give yourself a chance to be a good person by giving yourself the right food. Food ultimately converts into everything that you see, it will improve your capabilities in life. Your 5 senses that are more important in your body, and food gives it energy. You need energy to do high amount of work. All the highly successful people I have met, they all are highly ambitious energy, and it doesn't come without having a proper diet. If you do not have the right amount of diet, there are likely very less chance for you to become a successful person. Lesson number 5 that I understood is that you need to be very aware of your situation and your self-awareness. How aware of the person are you of yourself? Are you regularly doing the right work? There is two major important things that come into my mind when I talk about self-awareness is, are you following consistency, and are you giving yourself the term called feedback loop. You need to analyze your progress and think, how can you improve every single day. There is always a room for improvement. However better you become, everybody tries to become perfectionist. That's the aim as a professional, to aim for perfection. But in order to grow in life, you need to make sure that you're growing as a person also. So in every area of life, you need to have a feedback loop. You need to analyze what's your mistake and how can you change yourself into a better person. These are the 5 advice that I really found really helpful, that changed my life. If you found this video helpful, please do like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.